Disney bringing back hand-drawn animation? We're going to talk about this in full as well. Disney has decided to. We will discuss this in full as well. Disney wants to bring back hand-drawn animation. I think that's a brilliant idea because all the live-action movies are not doing great as well. We just talked about Snow White actually being really good, so yeah, but nothing beats hand-drawn animation. I'm like, right? I'm like, oh, come on. Like, I grew up with all the hand-drawn animation Disney classics, like Snow White to Cinderella to The Little Mermaid as well. So I grew up with all those movies. So not all of Peter Pan, not all of the Disney like classics, but those ones I've just mentioned as well. So we'll discuss in this full. Also, because I put this on Friends, and someone said yes. So I'm glad you are enthusiastic about this as well, because I'm so excited for this. I can't believe. We'll see what they decide to do. We're going to talk about some things that Disney might potentially do. We'll see. But yeah, I'm very excited. I think we'll bring back hand-drawn animation, and we will talk about which in this video as well. Love your enthusiasm. I'm like, yes, bring it on. We need hand-drawn animation. I think this is the time to do it because animation CGI is fine, but I feel like it has taken over the space. And I've talked to some people on Instagram commenting saying that we kind of missed the hand-drawn essence of like hand-drawn because I see reactions to this day at Disney Class. I'm like, wow, this is so good for like the ages of the 90s, and you kind of get that feel. So I'm like, oh, it's so fantastic. But we're going to talk about this in full as well. So like I said, is Disney bringing back hand-drawn animation? So this is a photo. This is a stencil out of Lady and the Tramp. Hopefully reaction coming soon. Fingers crossed, guys. Anyways, yeah, because I've been having so much trouble with my Lady and the Tramp movie recording that. So fingers crossed, guys. Anyway, back then, before there was like CGI animation, like I think it's a live action back in the day, but technology has come such a long way since the 90s, and it's insane as well. So like the things that they pull off today is incredible. Some movies are not the greatest still, like the Little Mermaid live action movie and others, but for most majority, they're doing really, really well. So back in the day, Disney, we'll talk about some other companies as well. Disney perfected the hand-drawn animationness, and what they would do is that they would get it cell, not cells in your body, cell, like an actual like cell thing. And I saw a movie, reacting, and they showed like Donald Duck. I think it's from the Reluctant Dragon, and they showed like, they had to do like, you don't understand, like I'm an artist, right? I'm not very creative, so they don't do a drawing and then make it come to life like that. Like this is hand drawn. This is on stencil paper. They use pencils. They didn't have CGI back in the day. So you gotta remember that when you're going into this. So they would use these cells, and every time when a character moves right, it's kind of like stop motion when you think about it, which is a really good comparison here. What they do when they make a picture come to life, they kind of stop motion like. So they would do like, if a character is walking or like carrying a basket, for example, they would do like every little stencil step to make them move. And I'm like, oh, that's very fascinating. So you think it's easy? It's not easy. Trust me, it's not that easy. Trust me, I'm an artist as well. I say I'm very proud because I'm very creative behind the scenes, and I know how it feels. So I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to that. I think I get that from my mom mostly as well, because she's very creative too, what she does as well. So it's very interesting. So back in the day, they did these cells, like these cell drawings as well, and they would do like every stencil, every movement of the character as well. I believe, speaking of which, I believe you can get like cell hand drawn stuff, right? Because I know someone, I'm not sure who, was it? I gotta be careful I say it because I'm very close to the media, not team, but what was I say? I'm on Discord, and sometimes I talk to them sometimes. Mainly you get what I mean, so I gotta be careful. So I believe someone owned Alvin Schmunk's cell, which I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe you can get those. Like, what? That's all one on Discord. I'm like, oh my god, that is incredible. That's such a piece of artistry. I need to know. I think it's him, or is it someone else? I don't. Maybe it's him. Maybe it's him. Let me know in the comments. Someone did on Discord. Let me know in the comments if you own Alvin Schmunk's cell from the Chipmunk Adventure movie as well. So I think that's really good. I'm like, wow, that's a piece of historic history as well when it comes to that. Also, someone owns, I can't believe this, someone, it's incredible what you find these days, like old-fashioned stuff. Like, I went to a store a while ago, I believe I told about this. I went to a store a while ago with my mum, and you can see, like, old, like, telephones, radios. Oh my god, the things you find out today is insane. Like, oh, back in the day we didn't have, like, technology. Back in the day we didn't have, like, like electronic phones, So it's really interesting. It's really fascinating to find it out, to be honest with you. Like, I find that fascinating. A bit old fashioned, to be honest, but there's nothing bad about that, right, guys? So someone owns the copy of an Alvin and the Chipmunk Adventure script. Like, what? How'd you find that? That's insane. I think I know who owns that too. That's insane. I'm like, wow, the things you find on like eBay or like, I think eBay, yeah. The things you find on eBay are fascinating. As well, because the other day I was at at a store, and I found these 70s Barbie dolls from the 70s. Like, oh my god, it's insane. Like, I think we take things for granted because back in the day they didn't have a lot, and when people, that's like money. That's like, well, like chicken, money sort of. So I think it's really fascinating as well. So yeah, so obviously other companies like I said, obviously other companies have perfected the hand-drawn animation. Disney was the first one who started it, and I'm like, hey, we're gonna do the same thing that, Disney does better. Am I right? So yeah, so they were the ones that perfected the artistry as well. Also, Warner Bros. Because Mickey Mouse and Donald and Goofy. Did Minnie and Daisy? I know Minnie was around that time, but was Daisy around that time? I think she was, yeah. Because of that, Warner Bros. Was like, fighting Disney and saying, hey, we've got our own animation studio, let's do that. So, we'll talk about the Looney Tunes a bit here. So the Looney Tunes, they decided to do hand-drawn stuff with the Looney Tunes as well. And it's interesting because I think the Looney Tunes are the only one that has been traditional through all this time, which were like decades and decades. Like they would have like, I'm gonna say Warner Bros. Is very traditional because people will just change the Alvin Chipmunks to 2015 show. Like, what the heck are you doing? Like, why all the Smurfs or like the live action Disney movies or like anything else that comes to mind? And it's like, what? How? Like they keep the magic alive still, I believe, because in Space Jam, even though they went to CGI, they reverted back to their normal 2D selves. I'm like, oh yeah, that's fascinating. I liked how they experimented with that a bit, sort of, and I think that's really cool. So through all the decades, they would have changed the Looney Tunes from now, but they haven't, and I'm so glad they didn't, because I think a lot of people would be upset as well. They did change Mickey. I saw that like the newest Mickey Mouse shows to do kind of like a SpongeBob animation, which I don't mind, but I think for most part, people like the traditional Mickey Mouse, Donald, Goofy, even though there's been like reboots of DuckTales, the newer one. I think people prefer that traditional animation style to the Looney Tunes, and I think that's really cool. I've also seen like Looney Tunes shorts online on Instagram. So good. Like I'm like, I missed the painted, background of the 2D animation world. It's very fascinating as well. Like the artistry is astounding, and I think that's also really good as well. So yeah, I just want to touch up on that because it's really good stuff, guys. So yeah, so anyway, back to Disney. So yes, so back to Disney. So I had to take a break there. So back to Disney. So Disney, the first 2D animation movie ever. Well, not animated, can I? Yeah, 2D anyway. 2D movie came out in 1939, which was Snow White. That's the first one that kicked off. Did it kick off the Disney Princess spread? I can't give it the why, but I think the Little Mermaid, because that was in the Disney Renaissance. I think that's how, the Disney Princess brand revived itself because of the Little Mermaid. So I think it's that. But I think it started kind of with Snow White as well, being the Disney princess, being a fairy tale, of course, once upon a time, that's basically the Grimm brothers as well, that story, that fairy tale, Snow White as well. So they started with that movie. Okay, I find this fascinating. So yeah, so then their last 2D animated movie was actually Princess and the Frog. Isn't that insane? They started with Snow White, and then at the end of like the 2000s, because that came out in like 2007 maybe. I'm not sure on that, But that's astounding to have Snow White as a starting ground, and then finish off with Princess Tiana, Princess of the Frog. It's interesting, like it's incredible, and I think I read somewhere that Bob Iger, because you don't need 2D animation anymore, but people still crave it. That because I saw it, because I was like looking up on 2D and I saw this thing, I clicked on it, I'm like, okay, so that's why they stopped. I guess that's why they stopped 2D hair draw, because there wasn't an artistry for it more, and I think audiences now realizing that there is an artistry form of that, and I think this is trying to bring that back to the audience as well, which it's nice. It's nice because you grow these classics, and it makes you wonder, like, with today's kids, they might not see. Oh, maybe their parents would have shown it, but maybe they're like, let's go live action, right? I'm like, no, like, go watch the original. The original's so good. So I grew up with these movies. I wasn't born in the 90s, but I did watch the classics, growing up as well. Like, I think that's how I became a movie buff, basically. Also, like, because I love movies as well in general, so I think that's really cool. Like, every detail counts, so I think that's really cool as well. So I find that fascinating that it started with Snow White, then ended with the Princess and the Frog as well. So yeah, so Disney has they've tried to bring 2D animation back with Wish. Remember Wish? Oh, I don't think people talk about Wish that much as well. But they started with that, and it did not go well for them. As well, because I'm like, oh, cool, I'm so excited, because I reacted to the teaser trailer of Wish as well, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool, I'm glad they're going back to 2D, and people are saying, like, well, what's going on is about AI. I think AI was created at the time as well. Gotta be careful AI, guys. Like, it's crazy out there. The things you've seen, like with AI, like, I feel like AI is taking over, but don't trust AI, like, I see, like, AI old-fashioned fairy tales sometimes with people reimagine like old fairy tales. That's nice. People have AI the chipmunks, which I'm not sure how I feel about personally, but it's not really creativity. I think I don't like when people sort of like say, oh, AI is creativity. No, it's not. AI creativity has nothing to do with AI. Creativeness basically is like when you draw, when you create, that kind of thing. It has nothing to do with AI. So I feel like people are doing the cheat route instead of like the actual get a pencil, let's draw, that kind of thing as well. So that's just how I feel. I don't really use AI, to be honest with you. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm more traditional in that route, so it's very interesting. But yeah, but anyway, back to Wish. So yeah, so they started with Wish, and people said it was made out of AI and stuff, and like it felt like very digitalized. Well, no, it is. It's just it's just hand drawn basically. So I'm not sure why people think that. I don't think that was sort of movie. Like, I don't get it. Like, like, sure, it was a very political movie. Again, with Disney being very political in that route as well. Hopefully they change that, because it's not a good look for them too. Like I said, Disney has changed over the years as well, like I said before. So yeah, so with Wish, I think that they tried to do something, but they kind of failed, and people did not like it. Like, I was so excited. I'm like, oh no, like, I watched it in theaters. I paid for this movie to see it in theaters, and I'm like, oh God, like, why is it so political? Like, but that was a test, and I guess ever since then they were like, oh, let's not do 2D animation again, or let's bring that back but make it more traditional. Because you kind of see things as well that are the greatest. You kind of like, do you see like little Instagram shorts or the Disney princess? We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but I just want to say here that 2D and digital is a complete different separate thing, but at the same time it's like, you got that and that together, so I think that's very interesting as well. So yes, so the reason why we are discussing this today, because there was a news article on Friends. Oh my God, I'm trying to find news articles, and my Friends the only one that's offering up, because I think with the Alvin Chipmunks news, it's very hard to find Alvin Chipmunks news, to be honest with you. It's only on Twitter. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, because when you Google, I guess sometimes, like when you Google like Disney news or like Disney stuff, it doesn't really come up as well. So where do people find these articles? So maybe I have to check out Friends more to see the articles as well, because I do have a lot. And this, I thought it was a different news cycle that reported this news as well at the time. It's actually a tornado as well. That's the news article that's put this story out as well. So I found it on Threads. I'm like, maybe I should check Threads more often. So I will do that in the future because I need to find news. I need to find news stuff as well. So maybe when something pops up, I'll definitely, cover it if it's on Threads as well. If it's like something, important like this as well. Did I find Snow White? No, I think I found out on Google. This was on Threads, so I'm gonna cover this. I don't care. I'm gonna cover this story. I don't care. I think it's really good. So anyway, so they say in the article, so there has been taken over leadership of Walt Disney Animation Studios. I'm not sure if you heard about this, but I have. So Jared S. Bush is now the head of the animation division at Disney, the Walt Disney one, not Pixar, the Disney one. And he's taken over Jennifer Lee because she used to run the head of the animation, but did a poorly job of it. As well. I mean, she did pretty good. I think was she the one that created Frozen, became a juggernaut as it is? Yeah, she did. So she did that. She also did Wish, but that didn't perform really well. So this is like, right, we've got to jump gears. So they've got Jared S. Bush in as well. Did he do? I believe he did Zootopia. I don't know. I don't think he directed Zootopia, the first one, but he did do Zootopia. The I don't know if it was a screenplay or something. Also found out that he is also writing Zootopia 2, and also, get this, he is directing Zootopia 2. Oh my god, isn't that crazy? That's good for him. Good for him. I'm so happy that he's doing that, because I'm like, oh no, Zootopia 2 is in jeopardy. Get someone good. This guy has done Zootopia. I don't believe he did the script, but I think he worked on a movie as well with other people as well. Was he in Moana? Did he do Moana? The first Moana, I'm pretty sure he done Moana in some division as well. I don't know what division it was. I'm not sure he did Moana too. That's all I know so far. But I'm pretty sure he done the first Zootopia. I don't know what he did, but I think he did something, and then he's directing Zootopia 2 and doing the Scream and writing Zootopia 2, I believe. But that's pretty good. His track record. He also did he do Canto? I think he did. Yeah, he also did Canto as well. So he's pretty good at that round, and I'm glad that Disney has trusted him with Zootopia 2, because please don't mess up Zootopia 2. Please die with all. 1 and 2 did pretty well. I'm like, yes, we're going to green light Zootopia 2 because of that. So I think there's a possibility as well. So he's taken over Jennifer Lee. I'm not sure if she got fired. I'm not sure if she's still at Disney Animation. Like, I don't know if that's a thing still. I don't know. Like, usually, when something happens, they say, oh, this person's taking a leave or taking a break. That's what they usually do. They don't say, oh, this person's fired out of the will. They don't do that. They just say, oh, this person's going to take a break. We're going to get someone else to fill in the roles. So I think that's what they've done. I'm not sure. Is she the creative of Disney now? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she's actually fired or she just moved herself to another division. I'm not sure about that. So I don't know so far. So yeah. So as we're going to discuss, there's a lot of articles, so get ready. So Jared S. Bush did an interview with this news article and talk about the hair-drawn animation division. So we're going to talk about that right now. Let me get it on screen. Give me a second. I've got so many graphics up. Okay, so there's a lot of articles, so bear with me on this. So I'm going to go in graphics because I couldn't grab this all. So yeah, like I said, Jared S. Bush recently spoke to the news article person that was doing the story about Walt Disney Animation and what's in for the future as well. Okay, so Walt Disney Animation Studios hasn't made a fully 2D animated film since 2011's Winnie the Pooh. I don't know that movie. Do you know that movie? Let me know in the comments. Yeah. Because I thought Princess of the Frog, maybe that was the last 2D princess film. Maybe that's what they're referring to. Okay, that's interesting. 2011? When did Frozen come out? 2013? Yeah, I don't know if I believe that fully, but that's what they put in the article, so I have to believe what I see, basically. But, okay, where was I? This is all. So it's 2011's Winnie the Pooh. Had to repeat myself there. But is that about to change? Let's see. Okay, so Chief Creative Officer of Walt Disney Animated Studios, Jared Bush, like I said before, he's now the head of Disney Animation, which is phenomenal. I'm so happy for him. Jared Bush recently spoke to the rap, like I said before. It just might happen. So they're obviously working on something, or they're obviously working on something, or something's gonna happen. So we'll see what they decide to do. Okay, next article. Okay, so this is what he said. This is what Jared Bush said about 2D animation. I love 2D. Me too. We're in the same pool, my friend. Right now, we have 2D artists. Oh, that's interesting. Hang on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hang on. Is this happening? We'll see. Right now, we have 2D artists who are doing some bonkers amazing things. Oh, that's got me very excited. I wonder what they're working on. I will leave it at that. Oh, he's teasing us. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Anyway, teased Bush to a crowd at the NSC Animation Film Festival. So I'm guessing he might have shown something to people who attended the film festival. I wonder what it is. We'll discuss full later on, but I'm very excited as well. Okay. From Wreck-It Ralph to the more recent Moana 2, love that movie, excellent movie, go check it out if you haven't seen it. Walt Disney Animation Studios has released 12 films since Winnie the Pooh, and all have been CG animated. Are you sure it's 12 films? Is that how many they've done? So what, we've got, so we're gonna count the seat, Frozen 1, Frozen 2, Wreck-It Ralph 2, Moana 2, Zootopia, Encanto, Raya and the Last Dragon. I feel like I'm missing one. Hang on. Raya and the Last Dragon, Encanto, Zootopia 2's upcoming. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I don't know the other two. Okay, that's interesting. And they say it says with the Pooh. Yeah, because they were saying like an article that's like the last 2D, which I don't believe, but they say like that's the last 2D animated movie that they've done. But the truth is all of them have been CGI at this point, so that's interesting. Okay, the switch to do 2D from CG likely occurred due to a loss of known how for hang on, I butchered up, so sorry. The switch to 2D from CG likely occurred due to the loss of known how for traditional hand-drawn animation techniques and rising production costs. That's interesting. Yeah, because there hasn't been a lot of hand-drawn animation recently. Like, there hasn't. I know people are trying to bring that back, but I think that because of CGI and the live actions now coming to occur, there's not a lot of, promise for a 2D animated film anymore, which is kind of sad, because Disney started this all, and then you see others follow, like the Looney Tunes, I guess after the Chipmunk Adventure movie, for example, so there has been that, but I think there has been no, art form since then, so it's very hard. I think CGI has taken over the place as well, so it's crazy. It's crazy, but that's what it is. And also to talk about costs. Now, I'm not sure how much it costs to do like a hand-drawn, to do like a scene from a movie. Actually, this is interesting because I saw a video a while ago and they were talking about like the scenes from Alice in Wonderland, the original. They had different artists work on one individual scene, and I find that a bit fascinating to me. So in Alice in Wonderland, right? They had like one individual artist to work on that one scene in that individual movie. So even though it's a movie, you gotta think to yourself, there were people who worked on this scene, there were people who worked on that scene, there were other people who worked on some other scenes, and they kind of connected it together to make a movie. So I think that's very fascinating. That's interesting. Yeah, that would be costly because you gotta pay them as well up front. I guess you gotta do all of that. So yeah, he's right on that. To combat the first problem, yeah, I think that's a bit of an issue but I'm sure Disney can work something out. I'm sure. Okay, so Bush teased that he recently convinced Disney animation legend. Oh my God, I know this name. Disney animation legend Ron Clements. Oh my God, he just retired. When did he retire? Did he retire last year or last year? So I saw an article about that. I'm like, oh wow, because he worked on Moana. He worked on some other movies as well. I think Moana. I don't think he did Zootopia. Yeah, Moana. I know he did Moana. Not Moana 2, the first Moana movie as well. So yeah, so he's a Disney animation legend for sure. I've heard that name before. Yeah. So obviously it's got him. So obviously Jared S. Bush got him back for this. So Disney animation legend Ron Clements, the Great Mouse Detective. I don't know who that is. The Little Mermaid. Did he work on Little Mermaid? Because I know Ron Howard worked on a Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, I believe. Yeah, I think. Did he? I don't know. The Little Mermaid to come out of retirement. Did he get this guy out of retirement? That's incredible. If he gets someone out of retirement, it means good news. And teach the current generation of animators. That's fascinating. Oh my god, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So we got this guy out of retirement to teach the current generation of animators, which I think Disney's trying to do because because some unfortunately hand-drawn animation artists have retired now, or decided not to do it, and he's obviously got this guy back to Ron Clements, legend to teach a new generation about the hand-drawn animation style. That's fascinating. I find that very fascinating, very interesting stuff. We'll see how that goes. I was going to say that there's a couple of Disney legends animators, and they would also teach like I don't know what his name is, but I know there's a guy who was teaching the current generation about hand-drawn animation as well. I don't know what his name is out of my head, but there's like artists who teach the new generation things, and I find that very fascinating. So that's really good stuff there. Tackling the second issue is a different problem. So yeah, so they're tackling some problems to make this happen. So that's good. That's really good. Tackling the second issue is a different problem. Bush's peer at Pixar, Jim Morris, I don't know who that is, I'm so sorry, recently commented on the great cost that Pixar and Disney animation films incur to produce their films in comparison to other animation studios. So I think they're at a cost because, when you see Disney movie these days, like, oh my god, it's so incredible. I mean, sure, Disney is an empire and they've done this for a very long time. And like when you see a movie today, it's like so well done. Like I'm telling you, like Disney's like top tier. They're like top tier. They're like up there. I think DreamWorks and Universal not so much. I mean, DreamWorks has tried to, but they're never going to be like Disney. No one can be like Disney. No matter how you push the buttons, or no matter how hard you dislike them or hate their decisions, people are always going to love a Disney film, and that's actually true. So I think that's very fascinating as well. So I think the cost is important. Because animation, like I said, like with live action, it takes like 1 month or 6 months to do. With animation, it takes a year or so to do. So that's a lot. For someone to do. Like, can you do like a animated movie and release it like somehow like a year or so too? That's really hard. That's asking someone to work on something for like years and years and years until it releases as well. So that's also interesting as well. Okay, next article. Okay, despite both studios having made strides in lowering the cost, I think they've talked about that too. But then again, the budget for I don't know how much it costs to make an animated movie, but the budget for the live actions is like crazy, right? So yeah, I think Snow White, the live action, cost $200 on the budget, and that was like, to prepare damages for the movie, to work out a couple of kinks. There's a fire on set, I heard, like I said before, so there's a lot on that as well. There's a lot riding on that as well. I don't know how much I haven't looked up how much it made to make an animated movie, but I'm guessing lower. I don't know. I guess this is pretty expensive company, so they probably like tweaked it a bit. I'll have to look it up actually. I wonder how much the animated movies cost as well. So that's fascinating to hear as well. The last 7 films from Pixar and Disney Animation have all succeeded $100 million production budgets. Oh, there you go, got my answer. $100 million, that's not bad. That's pretty low. That's not bad. If they could reach it at that cost, then I think there's no problems there, but we'll see. With most edging towards $150 million. Yeah, I was guessing that. Yeah, because animation, even though it takes a long time and years to do, I guess they kind of lowered the budget down for it. Even though it might be a really good movie, they have to lower the budget down for a couple of things as well. By contrast, rival studios are operating at a fraction of those costs. I think it's true. Yeah, they're trying to lower the budget down. You have to. Like these movies these days are costing like $400, $300 budget. It's crazy. They're gonna lower the prices down a bit for the budget of the movie as well. If they can make it like a 100 or 150, like they said in this article, that's good. But for movies these days to cost over that, it's a lot, and that's like to prepare the movie, to fix glitches. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like movies like cost a lot to make because it's a movie as well. So they have to like conceive all the money and all stuff. Pay the animation artists, pay the actors who own the movie, so pay the directors. They got to get a chunk of it as well. So you got to pay all of them who worked on the movie. So that's fair as well. But I'm glad they're like lowering the budget down a little. I hope they don't make it. I hope they don't make it too cheap still. But knowing Disney, I don't think they'll do that. Okay. So, I told you about this in my other video. Oh my god, DreamWorks Animation's Dog Man cost $40 million to make. Yeah, I talked about that in my other video. I said that, right? Yeah, I say that I'll say that Dog Man, cost $40 million to make on a budget, which is insane. I'm like, that's pretty low, but that's still good. At least I do worry that's like a cheap to make movie still, in my opinion, but I haven't seen it, so But so $40 million is not that bad on a budget, to be honest with you. So we'll see. To make Wild the Wild Robot has a production with a budget of $78 million. Oh, okay, yeah. Haven't seen the Wild Robot, but that movie is so beautiful. I can understand why they got that amount of money. And can't compare the 4. Oh god, cost $85 million to create. What? $85 million? Okay, that's lower still, but that's like a lot still in terms. I wonder why it cost that movie so much to make. Yeah, because I saw the trailer for it. It didn't look like $85 million in the budget, right? Right? Interesting. Okay. Okay, so the Wild Robot being on a $78 million budget, I can understand that, but I don't understand Can't Compare to 4. That's ridiculous. Paramount's Nickelodeon movies also keeps their production costs low with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Haven't seen it. Mutant Mayhem. Haven't seen it. Having a production budget of $70 million, that's not bad. And Paw Patrol: The Mighty Movie came in at $30 million. See, I would suspect 30 million and 40 is the best place to go, but then again, you don't want your movie to be too cheap or too expensive to make, so I do kind of worry about that as well. But knowing Disney, I'm sure they'll work something out. The difference, as Morrison stated, is that Pixar and Disney animation movies are fully animated. True. They're all fully animated. That's true. They're all fully animated, so that's costing them a lot to do. Like, they're fully animated, not like hand-drawn everything. They're fully animated feature films as well. And produced in the US. Yeah, they have a US division over there, right? They don't have one over here. As well. So that's also interesting. So all this, the US is a bit expensive, I have to say. Like, the US has a lot of money over there. Like, they're throwing money around like they don't care as well. But the US has more money as well. It's interesting. It's interesting. Like, here, not so much. But if you want to buy something with that comes overseas, I think Australia, there's a lot of money there. So it just goes to show if you import something as well. While the other aforementioned studios outsource much of the animation to overseas animation studios, that's interesting. So we'll like overseas stuff. Where the US is higher currency exchange rate, yeah, they do have a lot of money over there. Like I said, like it's really expensive as well. Like US stuff is so expensive. Like when you see oh my god, that's so expensive as well. So yeah, it's not expensive here. It's not really that expensive, but the US has a lot of money as well. Like a lot of money as well. US's higher currency exchange rate does a lot of the heavy lifting. True. There's been speculation in the past that Disney and Pixar could change their stance, but so far they've been holding on to tradition. True. That's very true as well, because they want to still obtain a feature film to make so much money for people to believe it, but they're trying to like say like we don't want to make a movie inexpensive or too cheap because we want to appreciate the artistry and let people watch our movie. So I can understand that as well. So it's very hard. So to have it on a lower budget but make it still a good movie. That's really hard. And I guess Disney's throwing money at these projects because I want to make something special for the audience, and I can see that as well. So yeah. It's only us and Disney Animation that makes animated films in the US anymore with all the artists under one roof. So obviously they got all the animation divisions under one roof instead of like different, like they were saying in this article, saying like they have like overseas animation studios as well. We feel like having a colony of artists approach has differentiated our films. True, because with Raya and Moana, it gives them room to grow, but also brings something different to the audience's perspective. So I think that's agreeable as well in some terms, because you don't want a movie to stay the same. And I think Disney has shown that you can do different movies and different genres by making it still Disney at the end of the day, which is kind of cool. We hope to find a path to make that work. Elemental was particularly expensive because all the characters have visual effects. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Oh, I didn't figure that because I did see Elemental. I actually didn't figure that. I did review that movie as well, so go check it out. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't figure that. That's shocking to me. Surprising. Interesting. We have beginning to film costs down. Yeah, they have to because it's ridiculous. Like I said, ridiculous. St. Morris back when addressing Elemental's slow rise to profitability. So I guessing you're saying like, we're trying to cut the profit down of Elemental, but obviously it's not working. So they try to bring, I guess like with the film release they'll try to bring the budget down, but obviously they couldn't. So so that's that problem as well. Like I said, animation is expensive to make. Like it's not easy. Like animation is really hard to make. Like as well. So they have to find a way to they have to find a way to make that equal. So we'll see what. So I wanted to bring this up. So yeah, so remember Once Upon a Studio? Have you guys seen that? I'm telling you, when this came out, people were going crazy. Oh my god, it was like pandemonium on YouTube. I kept seeing like reactions to Once Upon a Studio, and I decided, hey, I should do that. And that was the first reaction I did. And it's got 3.4k views. That's insane. Oh my god, that's insane. Thank you so much. It's still trending today. I'm like, wow, isn't that insane? And that was my first reaction before I done all my other reactions as well to other stuff as well. So that's incredible as well. So I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Amazing. So yeah, so that's also really good as well. So yeah, so like I said, really good short. Love What's Upon a Studio. Shows all of the characters coming out of the picture frames, which I love. So if you have not seen my reaction or the short, go check it out. It's streaming right now, Disney Plus. As well, I saw it and I was like, I was having such a good time. Like, oh, who's that? Who's that? Oh, I loved it so much. So go check it out and see it. Really good short. So yeah, so people, when I see reactions to this, people would talk about the animation of some of the characters, because some of them say they were a little bit off as well. Because I think I heard somewhere that when they did this short for them, they had to get new people into they had to get new people in to learn how to do hand-drawn animation, because most of the characters are hand-drawn animation, right? So they had to learn. They had to get people who didn't know hand-drawn animation to do hand-drawn animation, which I gotta say that was very hard. Like, if you don't know that as well, because most of their stuff, like Super Beauty, Snow White, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, all that stuff is hand-drawn mostly, and that's really hard to pull off as well. And people say, oh, Ariel looks a bit off. Pocahontas is people say her forehead was really, like high up for some reason. I think I saw like, why is Pocahontas' forehead really high up? Like I said, Pocahontas reaction coming soon, guys. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And also they'll say like, oh, Snow White looks a bit funky there. So obviously, sure, there are glitches there, but you can perfect those as well. And it's like the first thing that Disney has done ever since Wish. So you gotta remember that. So even though they're not experienced, I'm sure they gave some practices with some Disney legends who have done these movies back in the day as well. So they're in good hands, but it's very hard to do hand-drawn stuff when you don't know the artistry that well. And I'm glad like that they said in the article that they gain new generations in to perfect the hand-drawn animation artistry, because they're trying to bring that back. And I think it's a really good call to do. Also, I wanted to touch up on this. So Disenchanted. So when the first Enchanted movie came out, Disney had a hand-drawn division. They had a hand-drawn. Hang on. Did I have a hand-drawn division? I can't remember. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, Enchanted, right? They had to ask someone to do the animation for them because I don't think Disney at that time had a hand-drawn animation division, right? So they asked someone to do that, or was it them? I don't know. But fun fact, in Disenchanted, they had to ask someone to do the hand-drawn stuff because, like I said, Disney doesn't have a hand-drawn animation division anymore, so they had to ask someone to do the hand-drawn animation for them. And when you look at that hand-drawn animation to the first Enchanted movie, they are two completely different animation, two completely different hand-drawn animation, scenes, because one's like, very cheap to make, you kind of see that style, while Disney's is very, like, elegant and poetic. Not poetic, poised and poignant as well. You kind of see that in their, like, CG. Even though the movies are CGI, they still perfected that in the CGI as well, kind of. So I think that's really cool. So yeah, so when you look at that compared to this, there's a huge difference. It's obviously, Morgan's making that face. It's not actually Disney's hand drawn. It's someone else doing hand drawn animation for it. So so I think that's very fascinating to see and watch as well. So did you know that fact? I knew that fact. Like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. But that makes more sense because they don't have a hand-drawn animation division, like I said before. But obviously they're trying to bring that back as well because I think people love it as well. Like, love it. Like, you see, like I said, I see reactions to the classic movies, like the Disney classic movies, right? Yeah, people enjoy this stuff. Let's bring it back as well. So glad Disney is doing this as well. So besides that, so Walt Disney Animation, what are they going to do? Because they're kind of bringing this back, but I'm like, don't do a sequel route. Please don't do that. We had that. It didn't work. I liked some of them, but saying that, I haven't seen all of them. Like, I know, I've seen The Little Mermaid. Sequels are pretty cool. Cinderella, oh my god, Cinderella sequels. The second one and the third one are so good. Like, the third one's so good. So go check out the third one. So yeah, so I wouldn't go the sequel hand-drawn animation route. Like, they've already done Aladdin 2, Bambi 2, The Lion King 1.5, Lion King 2, as well. So I wouldn't do another, continuation of a story because those stories already have sequels and over and done with. Unless they come up with a brand new idea, I could see that, but obviously not. Also, this does concern me because I have the live action division now, as well, with Beauty and the Beast, the live action Cinderella. So what are they going to do? I feel like Disney has too much nostalgia, to be honest, but I'm like, hey, we love nostalgia. Let's keep doing nostalgia things. And I'm glad that Disney's doing a sequel route, like I said in my other video, because I think it really helps them a lot. And I was thinking to myself a while ago, like, why doesn't Disney do sequels? Because they did that back in the day, and like Disney sequels did perform well back in the day. But obviously, with Moana 2 and Frozen 2, they've proved themselves wrong. So, and Zootopia 2 is coming, so we'll see how that goes as well. I'm sure Zootopia 2 will do really well, since Moana 2 and Frozen 2 did really well. Frozen 2 made over $1 billion. Oh my goodness. And also Moana 2, speaking of Moana 2, also hit $1 billion. And also Zootopia 2 from Pixar, because that's not Disney, it made $1 billion as well. So they're in good hands. So they're probably talking about I don't know, cause they have live act, like I said, I think it's too much, but they're trying to bring back hand-drawn animation. So I'm thinking, okay, so this is what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking, because they're working on Frozen 3 and 4, because they have interestingly, I think next year they have an unconfirmed release date that they haven't, put there. So I'm wondering what's going to go there. Is Frozen going to go there? Although I don't know when Frozen 3 and 4 is going to come out, because they're doing those, like, all at once. So they're going to do Frozen 3 and 4. It just clicked. Are they doing Wicked Part 1 and Part 2? That could be interesting. Like, the first part comes in Frozen 3 this year, and then, not this year, next year, and the next year after would be Frozen 4. They might be doing that. I'm curious to see if they do that, because that's like really good, because they obviously saw Wicked. I'm like, we could do that with Frozen, because Frozen is obviously based on Wicked as well, like I said before in my other videos. So I'm like, that's interesting. So we'll see. We'll see what they start to do. But so it could be Frozen 3 and 4. They could, mark that as a movie for next year as well. So we'll see. I was thinking maybe because they cancelled the Princess of the Frog series, and I'm wondering if they're going to do Moana and make a Princess of the Frog 2. That could be interesting, although I don't know what the story would be, but we'll see. We'll see. Because Sarah was like, please be Princess of the Frog 2. What do you think? Do you want a Princess of the Frog 2? I would love that to come true as well, because Moana 2 was a bit of a surprise as well. Like, oh my gosh, Moana 2! I'm glad they did that the last second, because it just turned the tables of Disney around, and obviously Moana 2 did really well. So it could be Princess of the Frog 2. We'll see. Maybe that's what they're doing next year because they have an unconfirmed release date, like I said before. So maybe they could do that. We'll see. Or they're planning to do another feature animated film, but in 2D. Wouldn't that be incredible? Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be amazing as well? So we'll see what they decide to do with that. But yeah, it's very interesting stuff as well. So we'll see what they decide to do. But another feature-length film with hair drawn could be very interesting. I heard they were doing a Mickey Mouse thing. Could that be it? Maybe, because I heard they were doing something with Mickey Mouse, but we haven't heard anything. Could that be it? Hang on. If they do Mickey Mouse hair-drawn animation thing, I'm so in. Let's see what Disney decides to do. But I'm just tossing out ideas. I'm like giving Disney ideas, like do this, do that. So we'll see what they decide to do with this as well. So we'll see. We'll see what they come up with. But those are really good suggestions that I just did as well. So we'll see. Also, now I don't know if they'll do this, but I think this is very interesting as well. Or I don't know, like they could redo the classics because they redid all the classic 2D animation movies to live action. They could also do like they could also do CG version of the Disney princesses as well, kind of. So I could kind of see that as well. Or do like an updated, I like this. Or do like an updated reversion of the 2D animation movie, but make it more more like in scope and more detailed, kind of like that. Although the 2D animated films already have that, so I don't know if you want to mess with that. But that's just what I think, because because I think back in the day. They had like the original posters for the movie. Disney actually re-updated those, and I like those better. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So maybe they could do something like that, because they obviously don't want to lose these brands, but they want to do something about them. They want to do something with them. So I guess that's why they do the live action. So like, okay, we can't redo that, but what if we made that into live action? That could be interesting. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they're doing that, because they want to redo that. That's interesting. Very interesting stuff. So we'll see. So yeah, so I would like them to redo the hair-drawn animation maybe as well, because updated, like give it like an updated fresh. I would love that. Maybe they could put it on Disney Plus, like the re-updated version of Snow White, the re-updated version of Sleeping Beauty, and those two movies have beautiful artistry, especially Sleeping Beauty. Even though I don't like that movie, not my favorite Disney princess movie, but I know people love it. My mom loves that movie as well. So we'll see what they decide to do. But I think that, re-updating that for Disney Plus or could be incredible. Could be incredible for them. Like, you re-updated. Like, I don't know if Disney will do that, but it's a really good idea. Like, I would watch that. Like, oh, cool. Because, you see, like, the Disney Renaissance, how they've come so far. So they could do that. They could do that. Like, I could see Disney doing that for sure. Like, I could see them, re-updating a bit. Like they did with, because we saw the princesses and CGI, like that has never been done before. Like, no, Rapunzel, Elsa, sure, but no Princess and Frog, Snow White, Cinderella, they did that really well, but unfortunately Wreck-It Ralph 2 did not do well for them. But it was nice to see the princesses in CGI, because we kind of wanted that. They also did it Sophia the First, which is a children's series, and it's about Sophia, and she sees all like these Disney princesses like Cinderella, Tiana, etc., and all in CGI. And I'm like, oh my god, that's perfect. Let's do that. So I would love it to do like a hair-drawn animation thing of like, let's say, Snow White, like I said before. That could be interesting because of the artistry. And also, I could see like a re-updated version of Sleeping Beauty as well. But I don't know if they want to do that, but I think it's a really good idea. If I was in there, like, right, we're going to do that. Let's see what they decide to do. But those are really good suggestions. Like, I could see that being a thing as well. So let's see what they decide to do. So, those are my thoughts on the new hair-drawn animation thing that Disney's trying to do. So, what do you think Disney will do? Do you think they will do a new feature like film in 2D, or or do you think they will do more sequels? I don't know if they'll do that, obviously, because they've already done sequels to the movies that they've had, so I'm not sure what's left, but I'm sure Disney will think of something, right? So yeah. So those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments section below. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and Maleficent, guys.